I remember how to start up Steam. Okay. First, I go to here so you can see it. Now I've got. Ooh, you're gonna get cut off. You might want to scooch and Z. If I do. There we go. All right, there we go. No, there's not anything up right now. You're not missing anything. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Live. The game audio should kick in. I've turned it down once already, but it may come in loud and need to be adjusted. So just warning everybody right now that the game is about to start and there may be loud music. There is, in fact, sound. Are you able to hear that okay? Are you hearing that? Great, cool. That's setting the tone quite well, isn't it? Gotta turn it down a little bit for us. Oops, I may have turned it down maybe a little bit too much. There we go. Sweet. All right, let's see if we might want to maybe turn this down. I'm not going to turn less speech volume. I'm digging the funky music. All right, here we go. I think we've already got the subtitles on. Yep. The sound's been just click to advanced dialogue.
We want to turn click to advanced dialogue and colorblind friendly text on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We drop the music a little bit.
Yeah, we'll drop the music a touch. I think this may be just slightly loud because we are on the title screen. But okay, everybody seen this all right? Yeah, it's got kind of 16-bit, 32-bit vibes going on. Maybe 64. I don't know. Don't ask me math questions.
Just some bits.
There's some bits. All right, let's get started. All right. Behold, I'm standing in the rain. Is that directional? Hang on a second. I heard a cough.
Yes, it was.
It's to our left. I'm carrying a valise and an umbrella. Getting closer. It's a house. Where's there gonna be a gate? Big old gate. Big old gate!
And we're walking.
Ooh!
Hello.
Ah, Miss Bateman.
Oh, woohoo!
Shogo, how are you?
Welcome back to Ticehurst House. It's been quite some time.
Okay. Why are you smoking in the rain, my dude?
Terrible weather this evening, is it not?
Okay, so he's British. He commented on the weather, right?
Nurse Blaketon has had enough of me smoking inside. Makes her cough, you see.
Oh, you're coughing.
A bit of rain won't kill me, will it?
Well,
That was ominous. How are we doing on the sound volume, folks? Everybody's
you
the
mustn't
balance
be
okay?
interested in me nattering on.
I'm not, but yeah, that's polite of you to notice.
Give my regards to your father. Nurse Blaketon is preparing his supper.
Great, thank you, Wendy.
thank you, Wendy.
Okay. Can I, like, click on anything else?
You look pale, Miss Bateman. Do head inside.
I look pale, huh?
You'll catch your death out here.
You're
I
obsessed
think
with
our
that.
option is to go inside.
I think we're doing good so far. Oh, this looks fantastic.
Dearest Mother,
Classic.
I
Absolutely
hope this
classic.
letter will reach you.
Yes.
I have spent these past years in torment, trying to piece together what remains of fractured memories. What I am about to recount to you will seem beyond comprehension, but I beg for your patience. I will endeavour to explain the events that led me to Ticehurst House that night. As far as I can recall, this whole wretched story started with the receipt of a letter from a Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Smash cut. I like that. Look how she's watching the
The
countryside.
letter brought
go
me
by.
to the isolated village of Bewley, deep in the moors.
We're up north.
Yes, this checks out.
Okay, I'm in
No
the
station master in sight.
I'm in the middle of nowhere in the rain. I've literally lived this, though not in a Victorian dress.
I hope the village isn't too far away. I can't recall our exact meeting place. Mr. Shoulder mentioned it in his letter.
It sounds like we need to learn how to use the object system to read the letter and find
Right?
the clue, doesn't it?
Exactly. Click to walk or interact. Right-click to examine. To access the inventory and menu, move your mouse cursor to the top of the screen. Left-click on an inventory item to select it. Right-click to examine. Once an inventory item is selected, you can right-click to deselect. You can double-click on an exit to teleport directly to it. The game will occasionally autosave. You can also save any time via the menu. Okay, so there are some shortcuts. Let me write these down. So, escape is the menu. F5 is a quick save. Spacebar will show. Okay, hold spacebar to glow. Okay, fine. Spacebar equals interactive.
Quick sidebar, I'm 44 hours into Power Wash Simulator, and I just this week discovered that if you highlight items which aren't finished on the iPad, those items glow in the world, guiding you straight to them.
Bless. F7 is quick load and M is map when available. Okay, I think that should be it. You went to Bewerley Park. Okay. All right. So, what's interactable? Window, door, exit,
Tracks.
sign, tracks. Ooh. Small thing, be careful hitting spacebar at the start of a scene as it'll skip any immediate dialogue and you missed a few.
Thanks, Ducky.
Thanks for the heads up, Ducky. All right, so let's look at the sign.
Bewley. I have great expectations for this, Barrow.
Oh god, really?
I'm so sorry to hear that. All right. What about these tracks?
The tracks look quite untarnished. I don't think many trains come through here.
All right. So what else was there? There was window, door, exit. Let's look in the window.
The post looks unattended. A
And the
door
door.
of fine construction.
Can I go through it?
Hello? Hello there?
Apparently not. Let's go down this way for a second. See if there's anybody else on the platform. Oh, I think that was every option we had.
I ought to read Mr. Shoulder's letter again. I can't recall the name of our meeting place.
Okay, so pull up the inventory, which is top of the screen.
What was it? Ah, okay. So I have a few coins. Right click.
I
Money.
have 6 shillings and 2 pence. My assistant Kenneth is bringing more funds tomorrow. I don't like travelling with too much money on me.
Okay. What else we got?
A gift from my mother. It bears my initials, TB.
So it's a handkerchief. All right, fine. And then here's the letter.
Dear Miss Bateman, I write this letter in the hope of piquing your curiosity. I read about your expertise in barrows, and if I understand correctly, you are writing a book on them and the treasures that they contain. I live in the village of Bewley, where a most special barrow can be found on the outskirts. It is rectangular in form and is certainly tall enough to stand up in. The place is steeped in local legend, and there is rumour of secrets to be found deep within.
The real horror was the shillings we picked up along the way. It is a very appropriate set of initials for a
TB.
Victorian woman. For a Victorian woman, yes.
I hope you will not misunderstand me, and find this letter intrusive. If you wish to visit Bewley and excavate the barrow, I will be pleased to be your guide. Please send your response to the Plough and Furrow in Bewley. I shall await your letter. Yours respectfully, Mr. Leonard Shoulder. Miss Bateman,
Ooh.
marvellous news. I shall meet you at 8 o'clock in the evening on the 14th of July of this new month at the Plough and Furrow Inn in Bewley. The inn has fine rooms, which you will find adequate for your short stay. When we meet, I shall tell you more of the circumstances surrounding the site, which is referred to locally as HOB'S Barrow. It is not located on my own land, but we will have no issue gaining permission to excavate. I wish you a safe journey.
Okay.
I must make my way to the Plough and Furrow Inn.
I think the mysterious old lady wants talking to.
I swear she was not standing there a moment ago.
She wasn't.
I swear she was not standing there a moment ago.
All right. Can I talk to her?
Excuse me?
Yes?
Oh, okay. Hold on. No, stop. I want to talk to her.
Those are your conversational options.
Oh, okay.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Well, it used to be a thriving village. Not so much now. I don't spend much time there these days.
Are you local?
Ah, yes, a local I am. But I don't live in the village.
I'm looking for the Plough and Furrow Inn. Do you know where I can find it?
Ah, young lady. Leave the station and follow the dry stone wall for around half a mile. You'll come to Bewley. Go straight ahead and you'll find the market square. The inn is t'other side at square.
Thank you very much. Where are you travelling to today?
That would be none of your business, young lady.
Quite. Apologies. I wish you a pleasant journey.
Isn't there one more dialogue option? What is her accent, the old lady?
That's Yorkshire.
Yeah, proper.
T'other.
Should we try talking to her one more time?
Yeah.
I have nothing else to ask for the time being.
Okay, fine. All right, so...
I bid you good day, old
What
woman.
brings you to Bewley?
Oh, so now you want to talk.
I beg your pardon?
What brings you to Bewley, miss?
Lie, she looks superstitious, or tell the truth, I have nothing to hide.
When was the last time we lied in a game?
Right.
I'm here to visit a local landmark, HOB'S Barrow.
Dun dun dun! I'm expecting a lightning strike.
HOB'S Barrow? Well, I can't say I've heard of it. For what reason?
I wish to excavate it.
Grave robber, are you?
Not at all. I merely have an interest in antiquities.
What is?
Not much to be found in Bewley, if you ask me. You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
I'll take my chances.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
Ooh.
Now, for those of you playing at home,
Look, she just looked at the screen!
is the Yorkshire version of I'm going to pray for you.
That was odd.
Alright, let's get out of here. Why is the music so ominous all of a sudden? Exit! Okay, fine. Walking along the road in the rain. I am soaking wet. Oh dear.
The crow has red eyes.
I'm sure that's fine, right? Door, crow. Maybe not. There's a couple of doors here, but she said go to the market square, right?
She did.
So... Hey, I get to the Death Omen! Behold, a market square with a church and an anvil.
A church and an anvil. Ooh, fancy.
A cart, a bucket.
North Yorkshire.
Oh, I like the music. Nice. Don't think I have need of a bucket or a broom or a horseshoe or anything.
Oh, you will.
Quite yet. Alright, what's... Ooh, the perspective shifted. Here we go, Market Square. Here's another bird. Oh, no, come over here. I want to see the bird. It's right click to examine, right? Okay, sorry, where is it?
Quite an ornate construction. This was created with pride and care.
Only the one anvil, though, so it must be a one-horse town. Alright, what else is there in here to take a look at?
Perhaps this belongs to a merchant.
Okay.
A local dwelling. A local cobbler.
Cobbler. That one's
The
boarded
building
up.
is in a dilapidated state.
There's a little plaque there.
A small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage.
Okay, of course it does. The fog is coming in. Notice?
The Plough and
yes.
Furrow Inn.
Alright.
The inn where I am to meet Mr. Shoulder.
I like the perspective shift, how you come in and out of the foreground.
The Plough and Furrow.
Don't you look lovely?
I have a bit of time before Mr. Shoulder arrives. I should inquire about a room.
And this drunk should get out of the way.
The man looks thoroughly inebriated.
I'm just gonna wander around for a minute. Ooh, an alley!
A small alley splits the inn and its neighbour.
But I cannot go into the alley just quite yet. Can I?
I should go inside the inn.
Okay, fine. Excuse me, can you move, Drunky Magoo? Gonna move?
Hello there. What's the young lady doing out alone in this sodding weather?
Okay. Are we gonna still stick with
Hello, sir. I'm heading to the Plough and Furrow.
fights? Or is it just get out of the way, you're drunk? Let's not pick any fights just exactly yet. Perhaps one. What are you doing? Oh yeah, turn it back on him. What are you doing out in this weather? That's a good one, though. Let's be sassy.
What are you doing out in this weather?
Waiting for you, my dear.
Oh no, you're not.
Oh,
I
dear.
doubt that.
And I've waited long enough. So, give us a kiss now, won't you?
Ew.
Oh, the sideburns.
Okay. Humor him. It usually works with men. Slap him. I have no time for this.
I like that. What would your wife say?
Oh, deflects the question. Perhaps he is married. I like deflecting that.
Wouldn't your wife disapprove?
My wife? Bloody hell, my wife! My tea'll be on the table at this hour.
Aren't you lucky?
And if I don't get back, she'll be roaring.
You're welcome.
Until we meet again.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
No, maybe not. Off you pop.
What a buffoon.
I like her frequent look to screen like, you see this shit?
Exactly. I think now is a good time for.
I should speak to the innkeeper about a room.
Game saved. All right, cool.
When's your birthday? January. Which year? Every year. Get out.
Oh, there's a paint. Okay, there's a lot of stuff. Bell, menu, innkeeper, multiple paintings. Let's look at the paintings.
It's a crudely painted scene that appears to be of a biblical nature.
All right.
That's not Omenic at all, is it?
The Last Order's bell. Saviour of many a life.
Me too, Kiwi.
Okay. Like all these little plates. Look like how one of them is pink.
A decorative plate. This one depicts a bull.
Ooh, a bull.
A decorative plate depicting a serpent.
Hold on. We have puzzle elements.
I don't wish to take it.
Don't want to take it either.
A decorative plate. This one depicts a cat.
Okay.
A decorative plate depicting an eagle. A decorative plate. This one depicts a dog. A decorative plate depicting a bear.
All right.
The prices are cheap here.
Accurate. All right.
A fine exemplar of inebriation.
Who's this
They are
one?
engaged in an intense discussion. A rather miserable-looking fellow. He's playing a board game by himself.
Okay. Maybe he's
I
drunk.
think it's Three Men's Morris.
What's that? It's a pub that hasn't been
The
bought by
painting
Weatherspoons
depicts
yet.
a rocky-edged lake.
Okay.
A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius.
Bilious.
A pixie-faced peasant boy painted in a naive style.
Okay. I think that's about everything so far. Now we go talk. Well, let's look at the rest of the room here a bit more. All right.
They are engaged in an intense discussion.
Restroom, more paintings.
This painting shows a Rubenesque figure brushing her hair. Quite unusual to see such a sensual work in a room like this.
Three Men's Morris is an abstract strategy game played on a 3x3 board counting lines that is similar to tic-tac-toe.
A majestic animal cut down in his prime.
Those are remarkable antlers.
A colourful work depicting a bashful knight. It is signed N. Hamley.
And Hamley. An ode. Visions
To
of.
Tondbert, Visions of Winklewood.
Okay.
A biblical scene of some kind. An angel is depicted looking longingly to the heavens.
Getting a little bit of a motif going on here.
Right. There's the exit, i.e. the restroom, and there's an exit. Alright, so innkeeper it is. Howdy howdy.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, lass. How can I help you?
A room, please.
I am in need of a room for the night.
Aye, we aren't short of those. One night, is it?
I shall need at least 2 nights, maybe more.
Aye, 'tis not a problem. 3 shilling per night. That includes your dinner and tea.
Breakfast, you can fuck off.
Dinner and... So, dinner and tea, meaning lunch and dinner.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
They don't feed you breakfast, the one meal that you have the least capacity to cook. But everything else...
Breakfast, you can fuck off.
No buffet full English in this place, for sure.
No
Wendy.
hash browns.
Definitely in Yorkshire.
A fair price.
I'll need that payment up front for the 2 nights.
Okay, I have money.
This is payment for the room.
Alright, do that.
Thank you. Can I ask for your name, lass?
Thomasina Bateman.
Thomasina. Oh. So, firstborn, but not the boy they were expecting or wanting. Nice.
And will Mr. Bateman be staying with us tonight?
Oh dear.
Oh no.
No, I am not wed. My assistant is arriving in Bewley tomorrow.
Your assistant, you say? Will you be needing another room?
Please,
I'll keep a room spare. It's not quite as nice as yours, I'm afraid.
We just started, KDB.
We just arrived in the village of death, KB.
Yeah, you haven't missed
Not a
tons.
problem, sir. I'm sure it will be adequate. Kenneth is a man of inexpensive taste.
Here's your key. Just go through the door to the right of the bar, then up the stairs.
Right.
Room number 2.
Thank you.
Can I help you with your luggage?
No, thank you, sir. I can manage. I should go upstairs and freshen up before Mr. Shoulder arrives.
Alright, let's take a look around a little bit more, so...
I have only 2 pence left. My assistant Kenneth is bringing more funds tomorrow, thankfully.
I'm down to 2 pennies. Alright. My handkerchief, that's the letters, there's my room key. That's all. Ooh, a to-do list. Do I have a to-do list?
Freshen up and unpack, and also meet Mr. Shoulder. You had the option of asking the barkeep about Mr. Shoulder.
Yeah. I think I'll try doing it. Let's try talking to you. Breakfast? You can fuck 'em.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Miss Bateman. How can I help you?
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, I know the man.
I'm to meet him here tonight.
Can I get you something to drink while you wait?
Not yet, thank you. Bye for now.
That's very Yorkshire as well. Your mom
Bye for
does
now.
that all
As
the
you were.
time. Alright, shall we go freshen up?
I was listening to an audio drama earlier today where someone had a very similar accent to this, and they got 2 entirely different intonations of two uses of fuck off, followed by, again, fuck off. No information. Only beverage.
Okay.
This shall do nicely.
I have another decorative plate.
Time to change into something more comfortable.
Okay.
Time for my investigating clothes.
Much better.
Okay, and autosaves there.
Kind of digging the Lara Croft's grandma vibe she has
Right?
going on.
A
Exactly.
decorative plate depicting a goat.
Sure, that's going to be fine.
Right? It's 7 plates, 7 animals. We got an achievement for checking them off. All right, let's see what the painting is in her room.
A painting of surprising quality. It portrays a rocky outcrop overlooking a vast moor.
Who is this voice actress? They're quite good.
Perhaps a local landmark.
It's a candle, a matchbox,
A
drawers.
decrepit set of drawers. My evening light shall be provided by this solitary candlestick. Ah, complementary matches. Useful.
Did I take them?
Ah, complementary matches. Useful.
Oh, I've taken the
There's only
matches.
one match left, though.
All right, I'll have to be careful.
No doubt the mattress is stuffed with itchy straw. The wardrobe looks old, perhaps 100 years or more in age.
What's this up here on the top of it?
A sturdy-looking thing, useful to many a weary traveller. This may come in handy.
Why did I acquire a jug of water?
I don't wish to carry the bowl around with me.
I wanted to
An
use
empty
it.
bowl has been provided for washing.
See, I know where Herban is from, so I could actually hear him going, the Moors will be alive before night's out.
A jug of simple form. It is half filled with lukewarm water.
All right. I thought I wanted to wash up, but okay. Maybe not.
A moment of delightful synchronicity.
Yeah.
That audio drama I was listening to earlier today is one of the new series of Torchwood. One of the new characters in it is an empath called Aang from another planet, who's very enthusiastic about everything. She's played by Samantha Beard. So is she.
Oh, nice. Okay, great, fantastic. All right. Capitalism is about to assert itself again. So before we go back downstairs, why don't we take another little quick break?
I'm liking the action neckerchief she's got going on.
Yeah, exactly. All right. We'll be back in 2-3 minutes, folks. If you need a little stretch or a little wiggle, if you haven't been, if you haven't had a chance to get up and stretch since we started, this is a good chance to do so because we've been going about an hour and a quarter now. We'll come back and we'll play a little bit more. Oh, came back to the wrong screen. Hold on. He's a little dinosaur doing a little dance.
We've had a little wiggle. We've had a Tim Tam. Thank you for that.
Oh, yeah. Can we look at the window? It does not look like the window is of any interest to us, which makes no sense whatsoever.
Have we checked the chest of drawers for loose change?
Yeah.
Trunk at the foot of the bed.
We already did that. Nice. Oh, I think we already checked.
See that? That's where the death is.
Oh dear. Yeah. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, fine. We fixed that. No, we're all good. It's back. My mistake. Yep. Well, I do not have a return to game from ad button, so I had to.
You don't have one of those.
I wrote it down. I will have one next week. Oh, show. Right. Let's go back downstairs and scandalize everybody because we're in trousers.
No task shall escape your to-do list sight.
Rules help control the fun. I need my little tick marks at the end of the day. Thank you. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. Do I have all of my rings? Yes, I do. We can continue.
Now I have no sound.
There we go.
It's back.
Right. Behold my scandalous trousers! No one else has arrived, it looks like. Oh, who's this old man?
A curmudgeonly looking old fellow.
Alright. Should I start engaging in conversation with people, or should I get...
I think you need to get a drink for Leonard to show up.
Let me have my...
A fine
sorry to hear that, Kiwi.
of inebriation.
Kiwi, I hope you're okay. Be careful. Alright, now I will talk to the innkeeper and spend my last 2 shillings on a beverage.
Miss Bateman, you've transformed.
I feel far more comfortable in my outdoor clothing.
You look like one of those explorers you see in the newspaper.
Thank you, that's the point.
I guess you could call me an explorer of sorts.
I'm Stanley. Stanley Kemp.
I like Stanley.
A pleasure to meet you, Stanley.
And tell me, I trust your room is adequate.
Most adequate.
Excellent.
Alright, tell me about the town.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Aye, it's a quiet place. People keep to themselves, work hard.
I look forward to exploring the village tomorrow.
There's not a lot to see, lass. But St. Edmund's Church is a fine building, worth a visit.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Kemp.
Well, I've been the proprietor of this inn for the last 16 years.
Okay.
I worked as a drover all over the country in my younger days.
So a drover is someone who uses a wagon to make deliveries, right? Yeah. Okay, fine.
Saved up my coin and bought this place.
It's a fine inn.
It is.
Thank you. I often run short of ale, but my rooms are rarely full. We don't get many outsiders wanting to stay overnight here in Bewley.
Now, Mr. Shoulder, please.
Has Mr. Shoulder arrived yet?
Still haven't seen head nor tail of him, Miss Bateman.
Can you tell me about
What
him?
can you tell me about Mr. Shoulder?
Aye, he's a quiet fellow. He only comes here to check his post.
Yes, I've been corresponding with him using this address.
Have you now? You found yourself an admirer.
No.
Not quite.
What business do you have with old Leonard, then?
I have nothing to hide.
Well, if you must know, I am what some people call a barrow digger.
A what?
A barrow digger.
What in God's name is that?
In the words, dude!
Are you familiar with tumuli?
Afraid not.
Barrow is another word for tumulus, or tumuli in the plural. A profoundly interesting subject.
You've lost me.
I excavate ancient burial sites looking for relics. A barrow is traditionally a circular mound of raised earth enclosing a burial chamber.
That's why this one's unusual. It's rectangular.
Yep.
Oh, aye. You're a grave robber.
There's the running gag.
Okay.
Oh, you're a grave robber. All right, love.
Well, at this period of time, no. The word archaeologist doesn't exist. They're about to create it.
This is also loosely contemporaneous with a lot of the really interesting work that was done in paleontology.
Like Piltdown Map.
All predominantly by women.
All done by women, all claimed by men. Lots of dynamite archaeology going on at this period of time.
I am no such thing.
Don't worry, lass. I've met all sorts in here over the years. I won't tell anyone.
Foreign lady wearing pants digging graves. You're a grave robber, honey. Sorry.
I assure you, my goal is more noble than petty grave robbery.
Why? Because you said so?
Because I was educated at Oxbridge.
What sort of relics do you find then? Gold? Silver? Bones?
Yeah, what sort of robbing do you do? Is it expensive robbing? Or do you just do basic plunder? Little light scavenging on the weekends, you know.
It's not robbery if you sell it to the British Museum, right?
Six drugs, please.
Rarely gold or silver, but treasures certainly. Ancient pottery is the most common find. I've been excavating barrows all over the country. I'm documenting my findings in preparation for my book.
It's not robbery if you have a posh accent and someone else does the digging, right?
It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
Oh, aye. Very interesting.
Yeah, I can tell you're wrapped, Stanley.
But what does old Leonard have to do with this?
He sent me a letter in which he told me about an unusual barrow in Bewley. A site called HOB'S Barrow. I'm meeting him here this evening to find out more.
I've lived here nigh on my whole life, and I've heard naught about a HOB'S barrow.
This is concerning me. Okay.
Are you sure you've never heard of HOB'S Barrow?
Oh no, it's called Hobbington something, right?
Not in my life, lass. But I'll tell you something. The moors stretch further than the eyes can see once you leave this village. There's no doubt many a discovery to be made.
And we don't have GPS, so you could get lost.
Quick sidebar. I once did a school visit when I was running the comic shop. And I arrived on time, 75 miles away, at the other school with that name in Yorkshire. So they just rescheduled me for the next week. But my point is, this kind of tracks.
I wonder what we're going to say about Stanley here and aren't about us for something, sure.
Mr. Shoulder said the barrow is well known locally, a place of legend.
I'm afraid you're going to have to speak to him about it. Why are you interested in digging around in the dirt, lass?
Bold.
Haven't you better things to do with your time?
Careful.
Yeah, we're about 2 minutes off like finding a man.
The thrill of discovery, uncovering the past and piecing together our history. I inherited this passion from my father.
Of course you did. And I just woke up one morning. I just
Father!
woke up one morning and hated everything.
Like finding a husband.
Oh, a barrow digger too, eh?
Indeed. He would take me with him on excavations as a child.
That sounds wholesome.
Does he still come with you now, on your own adventures?
No, this is where we find out my personal tragic backstory. My father is dead, right? Here, let me save quick before we launch into the tragic backstory.
He's dead!
Right? Did it save? I don't think
It didn't
I'm afraid
say
my
so.
father's been bedbound by illness
Oh,
for
he's
many
not dead.
years.
we save. Come on, save.
Don't think you can save in the middle of a
Oh.
conversation.
I am sorry to hear that, lass.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp. He is well looked after at a private hospital. Thanks for your time.
As you were.
Right, now can I save? Let's just manually save then. Please enter name for your saved game. What should we call it? Talked. I can type honest. Talked to Stanley. All right. Now he's going to go back to polishing the bar. This is actually a pretty good place for us to stop for the night, because from here, I think we'd want to start talking to the people in the town and
That's
waiting
not a bad
for.
point. I'm also increasingly convinced Leonard isn't real, might be evil, but is real, or something very awful is happening.
And then we need to figure out who wrote the letters. Definitely not cursed from his grave robbing and passing it on to his children, right? Exactly.
Me dad bring me up on the tread. Yeah, Ozzy, this is a pretty solid accent to imagine for Secret Garden.
Yep. All right, why don't we leave it here then? We'll pick it up next week, folks. And we'll play a little bit more, but we have time.
Do we have a shenanigan?
We do have a shenanigan. Shall we tab over to the shenanigan? Give me a second. I'm going to make the game be quiet. Then I'm going to find my buttons. And then we will go to shenanigans. There we go. All right. That sounds like it works.
We'll just leave her standing awkwardly at the bar for a week. It'll be fine.